What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Nerd Lounge 2.0. My name is Austin. This is my beautiful, amazing, awesome, perfect, completely amazing and awesome, I already said that, wife, Ray. We are your friendly neighborhood movie review watch couple, movies and shows. And this week, we are celebrating Captain America, Brave New World. Captain America. He is Captain America. My wife has some very choice thoughts about the subject, which we will get into later. But first, I want to know, did you watch anything else this week at all that's of note, interesting?
I watched Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay.
And I watched, of course, a new season of Love is Blind is out. So
that's true.
A plus. It came out yesterday.
Was it season 8?
It's season 8.
Season 8.
And they're in Minnesota this time. So pretty good so far. Austin hasn't watched it yet, so we're not going to talk about it today, obviously. But I need to rewatch it from like point A to, I think there's 6 episodes out this time.
Oh, wow.
Because they said this is going to be like their biggest season yet.
Oh.
I do think there's
like more couples?
Yeah, there's more couples. I think there's 4 or 5 couples that are engaged.
Already? In the first 4
6
episodes?
So basically, like, I think a couple, it's like one person got engaged and then they do the meeting, and then that person got engaged in this episode and then they do the meeting.
Right.
Kind of like that. There's like a little bit of drama already going on. So maybe today.
Is there love triangles?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe today after this, I'll make him sit down and watch the first 6 episodes.
Sure.
With me, because we won't have anything to do.
I'll do that.
So yeah, there's those 2 shows. What about you?
I love watching those shows. What I watched this week was I watched, what did I watch? I've been watching Attack on Titan. So stay tuned for my reviews on Attack on Titan because I got some thoughts on the subject.
I've seen it briefly, and the only thing I can say is that it's weird. It's weird.
I literally think, I was like watching it, and then Ray is like over here and like turns to the TV and like, what the hell are you watching?
Yeah.
The show's weird. And like,
a couple times before we went to bed, because I see what eye mask on, I lifted up, and I'm like, why are like a half naked person giant walking around
with like the crazy eyes?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then he always has like really weird dreams like after watching it.
And it does give me weird dreams. It is true. That is true. Yeah. So, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm only in season 2, so
how many seasons
no spoilers. I think there's 5.
Oh, okay. I know someone on our TikTok suggested we got like a little anime thing on our live. People were telling us what to watch, and someone recommended, what was it, One Piece, I think?
One Piece, all of them, like One Piece, Attack on Titan, Fullmetal Alchemist.
What is the anime that has like 250 something episodes? It has like 40 something seasons. Is that
One Piece has like 1,000 episodes.
Yeah. Like we were like, dude, we don't have the commitment for like that. That would take us like over a month to watch.
No, One Piece has like 1,000 episodes. Bleach has like 300 episodes. Naruto has like 300 episodes.
Yeah. I'm trying to get him to watch Fullmetal Alchemist, so he needs to watch it. Fullmetal Alchemist and then Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's probably one of my favorite animes besides D-Slayer. So,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, what we're going to do is, that was our little intro. We're going to talk about Brave New World. We're also going to talk a little bit about Captain America or Falcon and Winter Soldier, the show. But first, we're going to start with our Nerd Breaker. And this was from a suggestion from our followers, Evan Taylor, Gage Fogel, Jaden Kronz, who's a big guy for us. Yeah. We love that guy. Everyone suggested to do Guess the Quote.
Guess the Quote? Okay.
So
this is... Okay. I'm nervous. And then next time we do this, I'll have a nerd breaker for Austin. So, like, he's always giving me the nerd breakers.
Okay, it's not a big deal.
So...
But also, the people like when you're on the hotspot.
No.
They do.
The pressure. It's building.
So, the way it's going to work is you can get 1 point for if you can guess who said the quote, 1 point for the movie the quote is in, and 1 point for like any like associated quotes if you could like
this is
continuation quote, right? And this is going to be a make or break moment because every point is $1 toward a shopping spree for my wife. You have a possibility
I can just take the money out of your account and have however much I want.
You could do that, but that's unethical.
Okay. All right. Now we're ethical people. I'm scared.
So I have a variety of quotes here.
Okay.
Some of them are from like the same character from the same movie, but I have 20 quotes.
20 quotes.
20
Okay.
quotes. So you should be able to rack up some money right now.
Okay.
I think you'll be able to get them.
Okay.
First one. This one's a little easy for you. You might get it. And what I'll do is I'll say it in a regular voice, and then if you need an extra hint, I'll say it in the tone of the movie.
Okay. You guys are going to be so disappointed.
No, I don't think so. I think I chose some good ones.
Okay.
I'll protect it. It's my job.
Oh, that's Age of Ultron. Wanda says it.
That is correct. So you have 2 points so far.
Okay.
All right, next quote. Are you Thor, the god of hammers?
Are you Thor, the god of hammers? Is that... Oh, God. I don't watch a lot of Thor movies.
It's like your favorite Thor movie, though.
It's not... Is it an Age of Ultron? I don't think
No.
it's an Age of Ultron. Are you Thor, the god of hammers? My favorite?
Of like the Thor franchise.
The Avengers?
Of like the Thor franchise.
Oh, of the Thor franchise?
Yeah.
I don't even think I have a favorite of the Thor franchise.
Like the objectively best Thor movie of the four.
I don't know.
Okay, you need a hint?
Yeah.
Okay. Thor says, I can't defeat her without my hammer.
Oh, Ragnarok.
There you go.
Sorry. I guess, yeah, okay, yeah.
But
I
who
guess
said the quote? You know who said the quote? Are you Thor, god of hammers?
Is it Scourge? Was it
No.
Scourge?
No. It's Thor's father.
Oh. I don't watch those ones very often.
No?
Like, honestly, like, I do like Ragnarok, you're right, out of the four, but, like, when I go to, like, you know, when I go to put on a movie, I don't pick a Thor movie, which is
That's true.
weird.
Pretty indicative,
So,
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not really in depth with the Thor ones.
All right, yeah, that was
0
Odin
points.
from Thor Ragnarok. So, unfortunately, that's a 0-pointer.
I said Ragnarok, I didn't just say...
After I give you the first hint,
Oh
though.
my god, whatever.
Fine, I'll give you one.
He's a scammer, you guys.
You said anyway you could take my money, so that's fine.
Exactly.
All right, you should get this one. You will never be a god.
Oh wait, I can see this scene. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's it said to Thanos, right?
Correct?
Loki says it
Yes.
in what you call it? Infinity War.
Yes, 2 points.
Yay!
You're at 5. The next one. Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth. Is it Captain America?
Not who says it.
But they're saying it to
It's
Captain
said
America.
to him, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
By Tony Stark
Okay, 1.
in Avengers? No.
No.
Is it Age of Ultron?
No.
Damn. I don't know. Give me that one.
One more chance. All right. It's from Civil War.
Civil War. I haven't watched Civil War a bunch either.
I think I like that movie.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I watched it more like when we got together.
Okay.
Because you like Civil War and you like
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, yeah.
All right. Next one. Loki's head is a bag full of cats.
Tony Stark.
No.
No? I thought that one was right. Loki has a bag full of cats. I want to say Peter Quill, but I don't think that's right either. I don't know that one.
No?
No.
It's said by Bruce Banner in the first Avengers movie.
Okay, yeah.
When they're all arguing, it says Loki's head's a bag full of cats.
Oh, when they're all in the room?
In that room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right. Next one. I could do this all day.
Captain America. And he said it in multiple movies.
That's true.
So Captain America First Avengers, Captain America
I'll give you 1 point for that one. That was pretty easy.
Endgame. He says it when he's like fighting himself.
So,
Yeah. He says it a bunch.
Yeah, he does. All right, next one. If you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it.
Oh, that's Tony Stark saying that to Spider-Man in Homecoming.
Yeah, there you go. 2 points.
Yay.
All right, one of my favorite quotes. Boom, you looking for this?
Ew. It's War Machine in is it Infinity War?
No.
Boom, you're looking for this? Oh, it's Age of Ultron. When he's telling his story.
Yeah.
God, I do not like War Machine.
I love that was a funny quote.
Iron Patriot.
Iron Patriot, yeah. Next one. Get this man a shield.
Oh, Black Panther.
Okay.
And he says it in Get This Man a Shield. In Infinity War.
Correct.
Yeah.
Nice. 2 points.
Thanks.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
Ooh. I don't know that one at all.
No?
The hardest choices require the strongest will.
That's a famous quote.
Is it?
Yes.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills. It's not a Howard Stark quote. Sounds like it could be.
That's a good guess.
I don't know.
Thanos.
Oh.
Say it to Gamora. The hardest choices require. Remember?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
No problem. Next one. If you're going to tell me to look on the bright side, I'm going to hit you in the head with a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, that's Black Widow saying it to Steve Rogers in Endgame.
That is correct. 2 points.
Yes.
All right. Okay, the little dude is big now. He's big now.
Ooh, that's War Machine.
Okay.
And it's in Civil War.
That is correct. Nice.
When they're fighting.
When they're fighting at the airport.
Yeah.
Correct. Good.
I'm so good, guys. I'm really not good.
Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast. I would catch it.
Oh, it's Drax in... Gosh, which Guardians is it, though? Nothing goes over my head.
You got Drax.
Guardians 2?
Incorrect.
Guardians 1. Guardians 3.
It's Guardians 1. I'll give you 1 point. Point. Guardians 1.
Okay.
Where they're at like the tower.
Oh, yeah. And they're all like the gel or whatever?
And Rocket is saying, everything's going to go over his head.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next one. You missed the first time. You got it both the second time.
That's Peter Quill saying that to the new Gamora. It's the new Gamora.
Correct.
In Endgame.
Yes, correct. 2 points.
How many more questions you got?
I think 40.
Stop. Being serious.
There's one thing we need to finish the plan. That guy's eye.
That's Rocket in Guardians 1.
Correct. Where they're doing the plan with the Ravagers? Yeah. Nice. So if you're going to fiddle with my brain, make me see giant cuttlefish, I know you're not the man in charge.
And I only deal with the man in charge. I don't know his name, though.
Oh, you don't know his name?
It's the guy, and then Ultron cuts his arm off. It's in Age of Ultron.
Okay, I'll give you Age of Ultron.
At the end, and he cuts his arm off.
His name is Claw.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know his name, but...
Okay, but you know the scene. Yeah, for sure. That man is playing Galaga.
It's Tony Stark. And that is in, it's in, Infinity War? No, it's in Avengers.
First Avengers, that's correct. I'll give you that one. I'll give you 2 for that one. All right. Mr. Stark, I think I'm being beamed up.
It's Infinity War, Spider-Man.
Yes, correct. Good job. All right. You know, I'm 10 minutes older than you.
That's Pietro saying it to Wanda in Age of Ultron.
Nice, Pietro.
Yeah.
AKA
Quicksilver.
Nice job. All right, last one. You have a metal arm? That's awesome, dude.
Oh, that's Spider-Man. Right?
Context, yeah.
Yeah, that's Spider-Man, and he's talking to Bucky, and it's Winter Soldier? No. Is it Civil War too?
Civil War,
yeah.
Civil War, yeah. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, $31 coming in hot to my wife.
How many did I get wrong? Like 2 or 3?
Out of like a total like possible, it would be like 40. So you only got like 8 or 9 wrong.
Nice.
Yeah.
That means I passed the quiz.
Yes, she did great. Let us know any of your guys' favorite quotes, and we will do another Guess the Quote. Oh, sorry. We'll do another Guess the Quote for our next Nerd Breaker, or we can have another Nerd Breaker. Anything you guys want, let us know, and we'll do it. All right, moving on. I read online that there was some homework to do. Did we do the homework? When was the last time you watched Incredible Hulk?
The last time I watched Incredible Hulk, I think is when we watched before we watched dang, what was it?
The first Avengers?
No, we watched all of them. Remember, we watched Incredible Hulk, and then we watched
the old school one.
Yeah, and then we watched. What movie did we go see for that? It was a Marvel. It had to have been a Marvel movie for us to watch it. What was the last Marvel movie that came out?
Before this one?
Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine, but
yeah,
it was before
Deadpool Wolverine, I think. The Marvels, I guess.
I think it was. I don't know. We watched them all because for some reason I don't remember why.
Oh, we did.
We watched all of them.
That is true. That is true.
We just can't remember which movie we watched them for.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure, but yeah, we did. We watched them.
We watched them all
Decently recently, I think.
Yeah. So that was last time I watched that. Eternals. I only watched Eternals when it came out
on Disney Plus.
I thought we went to the movie theater to see Eternals.
No.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
We went to the movie theaters to see Shang-Chi.
We went to the movies to see Eternals too.
No way.
Yeah, we did because we sat there for a really long time. And then when it came on Disney Plus, we watched it again, I think. Because we both agreed that we didn't really like the movie, and then when you watched it again, you were like, actually, it's not that bad.
Did we see it in theaters?
I think so. We'll have to look at our ticket things and see, but so yeah, Eternals is not like my favorite movie. Not a huge fan.
I like it.
Not a huge fan of it. I have watched it more than once, so it's been a while since I watched
rewatch,
it again.
I believe it gets better.
And then, yeah.
I believe it gets better on rewatch. And then the last homework was the show Falcon and Winter Soldier. My wife watched it for the first time.
Yeah.
Thoughts, feelings?
I liked it. I think it was one of. I haven't seen like all of the Marvel TV shows, but I do think it was one of the better ones.
Okay, from what you've seen?
Yeah, it wasn't too gimmicky. It was very informational.
Sure. There was like stakes.
It was good. I thought it was good. Yeah. I liked the banter, the banner between Bucky
and Sam. Yes.
Yeah, I did.
They have a very good on-screen chemistry.
They do.
How do you feel about the villain? Everyone says the villain was weak.
To be honest. Oh, yeah, okay, now I remember. I was about to say, I don't even remember who the villain was.
Carly Morgan.
But now I remember who the villain was. And yeah, I do think it was a little weak.
The Flag Smashers.
Been a lot better. You know what I mean? A team of super soldiers. I get it. And now knowing, like, obviously you are introduced to Isaiah Bradley in Falcon Winter Soldier.
Sure.
So now, obviously, as he says, they experimented on him and they took his blood, yada, yada, yada.
Oh.
That is like, I feel like a plot hole to extend the super soldier branch. You know what I mean? Like a super soldier at this point could be anyone, because they took his blood he was in there for 30 years.
Yeah.
And they experimented on him.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
I thought it was like a cool concept. I do like Isaiah Bradley's character. I thought he was awesome.
How do you feel about them bringing back Zemo? I liked it.
I thought it was cool.
I love the actor Daniel Bruhl. He's I think he's not powered, but he's like strong in his own right, and he's like cocky. I like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm kind of untouchable, but
you seem untouchable, but you're also super touchable.
Very mortal.
Yeah. So I thought it was good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought it was good.
I love that show.
Yeah, I would definitely watch it again. I still haven't watched, like, of course, She-Hulk and stuff like that. I don't plan on watching it. I'm sorry. But I think I would, watch Falcon Winter Soldier again.
Sure. Yeah. Cool. All right. So that was the homework. So did you guys do your homework? Did you guys watch it? All the stuff before Captain America, Brave New World? Because apparently you needed to. So we're going to start with non-spoilers. Mm-hmm. All right. So for non-spoilers, we can start with our rating out of 10.
Okay.
You want to do it on 3 or want to do it 1-on-1?
We can do it on 3 and then
talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Set. Go.
8 out of 10. That is incredibly low. 5.5 over here, guys.
According to the internet, I'm not the only person who feels that way. According to Screen Rant, I'm not the only person who feels that way.
Screen Rant is pretty pretty good. Yeah.
I'm not the only person that feels that way.
Okay.
It's according to Screen Rant, it's like one of the highest. It grossed higher than the first Captain America, which is great.
Okay.
But it received incredibly low scores, and I agree.
Like critic scores and stuff?
Yeah, I agree with those scores.
Okay.
So that is just all we're gonna say.
I was thoroughly entertained by this film.
I also fell asleep 3 times.
For like 4 seconds each time. So
until I told him, hey, open your eyes.
An aggregate total of like 14 seconds.
And he also went to the restroom 3 times. So
twice, I think.
I think you went 3.
No, I went once before.
You went once before, and then you went once again, and then you went once again towards the end.
Yeah, I only went during the film twice though. Get your facts straight.
My facts are straight, dude.
Did you have any thoughts about this movie before we saw it?
Do you want me to say like my thoughts on how, like, right now, like about the whole thing?
Or is that spoilers?
It's not spoiler. It's not spoilers. But my thoughts, the only thought that I had before watching this film, and it's going to make people incredibly pissed, and I do not care. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't care. Argue me, fight me about it. I do not think that Sam should be named Captain America. That is my only thoughts of it. If for some reason it makes me feel some type of way, and I think it's because of the nostalgia of it.
It's because you believe that Captain America is a person. Captain America is a symbol, like Superman.
Okay, so,
he's a symbol.
Yeah, okay, and that's fine. And we can argue the same thing about, like the Thors and all that kind of stuff, and that's great. But I also did look up to see if there was an original comic book that introduced Sam as Captain America from him being Falcon.
There is.
I couldn't find it.
There is a Falcon in Captain America.
Please, someone send it to me. Send it to us so I can read it, please. But me, it doesn't sit well. Like it doesn't. I guess in my brain, it doesn't compute. Like the puzzle pieces don't fit for me. I would have liked him to be called like Captain Falcon. I think that is a more suitable, justifiable name than Captain America. You know what I mean?
But also, I'm gonna just say one thing. In Black Panther, T'Challa says the Black Panther has been a mantle passed down through generations.
Right.
So why couldn't Captain America also be that same mantle passing down? It's a symbol. It's like it's a fixed point of like something to aspire to. It's Captain America. It's not a person. Captain America is not Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers is Captain America. Sam Wilson is Captain America.
Steve Rogers is Captain America.
Yeah, and so is Sam Wilson.
I feel like Steve Rogers is Captain America. Like, yes, you see Sam, you see Steve meet Sam in prior movies, and you see them have these in-depth conversations. They were both soldiers. They were, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get that wholeheartedly. They both fought for America. I totally 100% get that. But I think that for me, what is lacking with Sam and what I've seen from the previous Captain America movies is the depth. I think that's what's lacking. I think that they sped up the fact of Sam being here and then him giving him that podium of like, here you go, without having the depth of who Sam is or where Sam came from, or really seeing the struggles of who Sam was as a person. He's like, oh yeah, I was in the military and I counseled people. Awesome, that's amazing. But I also would like to see like what you did prior, like in your like army days, or what I think he was. What was he? Army?
Air Force.
Air Force.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. So I think what's lacking is the depth of the character for me to really connect the two. To be Captain America. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, they kind of fleshed him out pretty quick in Winter Soldier. I don't disagree with that at all, but the one thing I will say about this movie is I love the fact that like it just starts and like he is the Captain America persona.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't like, because you've so far within the Marvel franchise, and we're gonna get.
But they try to do that more in the show.
A little bit off topic though, just like a tiny bit. Is that through Marvel movies and the characters that we have now that have kind of developed, is that you've seen growth in depth. You've seen bad parts and good parts of these characters. You've seen them be like almost being corrupted and then coming back to being like this. That's not who I am. I am this person. With Sam, you just see him just straight off like, no, I'm a good guy type of thing. It's, you don't see
like no faults,
right? No faults, no wrongs. Like, of course he's not obeying what some of the people say, and I won't say who, but he's not obeying what some of the people say.
Okay.
But that's like the only bad part about that. Like, I feel like with Steve, you see him like being a scrawny kid and wanting to go to the army to help and wanting to fit in and wanting all these things that because of who he was, he couldn't get, and he sacrificed himself to take this serum.
Okay.
And now he has to learn how to adapt to having these powers, right? Like these abilities.
Okay.
And he's still caught on the more of, do I do good or do I do wrong? Do I be regular and be in love, or do I save the world? You know, there's conflict within his own mind.
But there's also the same exact conflict with Sam in a different like type of like scenario. Like he's like, how do I live up to Captain America?
Yeah, but how many times are we gonna hear that from him?
Every time, because
too many
that's
times.
how. Oh, too many times. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, we're gonna continue this debate and discussion in a second.
Throughout the entire episode, because
episode. I'm sorry.
This is like
I feel very strongly about things.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm a person who loves nostalgia. Like, I love.
Yes.
I love the backstory.
Nostalgia is a very strong drug.
I love the backstory. I love the plot, I guess.
Okay.
I feel like for me, without the plot being there, I don't see much of growth within a character.
I mean, okay, yeah.
I seen Sam be Sam in Infinity? No, not Infinity War. Avengers? Which one? What was the first one he got debuted in? Avengers?
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. I seen him be Sam then. And then I see him be Sam in Falcon and Winter Soldier. And now I'm seeing him still be Sam in Brave New World. It's the same Sam across the board. You can't, I feel like being... I feel like being someone who can save the world, you also have to show the vulnerability of your weaknesses. And I don't see very much of his vulnerability.
His vulnerability is that he didn't take the serum. He's not a super soldier. He has those like faults that they showed in the show. Okay. Like, but the fact that he can still stand up to the super soldiers in Falcon and Winter Soldier, he can still stand up toe to toe with Red Hulk.
Anyways, we're going into the movie now.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna dial it back a little bit.
Does this movie deserve the hate? There's like a lot of hate.
Yeah, I think it does.
You think so?
I think it does.
No way, dude.
And when I explain my reasons, I promise you, every time I explain my reasonings to him, he always gets persuaded. And he's gonna be like, I never thought of that. I didn't think of it in this way. And just wait, because I feel like I have very good key points. I was in film school. Well, film class.
Yeah, for like one semester.
Actually, it was 2 semesters.
Oh my gosh. Okay, on with the chlorophyll. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, bring me the chlorophyll. I'm getting sweaty over here.
What do you want to talk about?
Go ahead. We're going to just move. I do think it deserves the hate. I'm sorry.
I disagree completely. Okay, how do you feel about Anthony Mackie's performance?
I thought it was okay.
I thought it was great. I thought he did a great job. I thought
he did way better in Falcon and Winter Soldier, like with that speech.
At the end?
At the end?
Yeah.
Than in this film.
Okay.
I feel like in this film, it was a low-key rushed. It was a low-key
trying to make him be like Steve Rogers, I guess.
There was no graceful impact, connection, heart-to-heart moment. He did have those with Ross, which was great, but he never had it with his teammate. He never had
Torres.
Yeah, he never had it with Isaiah. Like, there was no, like...
What, in the film?
Yeah, there was,
Okay.
There wasn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
How do you thought it was good? You also love Anthony Mackie.
I do love Anthony Mackie. I think he's a great actor. I think he's great.
And that's where you can be sweated at. Is that you've seen him
But I think Chris Evans is a great actor. I think a lot of people are great actors, but it doesn't mean I think all of the movies they're in are great.
I feel like that's a lie.
Okay. Whatever. I'm not just some glazer who just glazes on everybody.
Yeah, you do.
I kind of do, but... writing, acting, pacing, action...
I think the writing was not as good as it could have been. There was definitely room for improvement.
I can agree with that. There's a lot of rewrites and a lot of reshoots.
Yeah, there's definitely room for improvement.
Okay.
The acting, I thought it was average.
Average? I thought it was good.
Average. I thought the action honestly made me feel some type of way. And I feel like you should be able to gauge at this point when we go see certain movies. If I'm silent,
I will say,
if I see a good action movie, I'm like, oh, shit. He didn't hear a peep from me.
Honestly, one of the biggest things for like Ray and I, when we watch a movie, is if we say that was sick.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that from her this entire movie.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't. But like I was thinking in my head, oh, that was sick. That was tight. But like
there's one scene I know I know the scene he knows was that I know he thinks it was sick. I already know one of them.
Should I save it for the spoilers and try to guess it?
If you want to.
Okay, we'll save it for the spoilers.
Okay.
We'll save it for the spoilers. I have my notes written down here.
I have my notes too.
We took some notes of the movie last night. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just like a Marvel glazer. I don't know. Like
I think you are. I think following, because the last movie obviously that came out was Deadpool Wolverine. Great. The only thing we complained about in Deadpool Wolverine was at the end where the Wolverine CGI looked like it was CGI.
That was like our biggest complaint.
Everything else, following the action, the music, the storyline, the lore, and then coming out with this is like the impact died down for me.
Okay.
Like I told him from the beginning, like I wasn't super excited to see the movie. I do feel like now watching it, they give a lot away in the previews.
Trailers. Yes. I was going to ask, I literally wrote in the trailers, like, do you think the trailers gave too much away? And
they
the answer
gave
is
basically
yes.
the whole movie away.
Yeah.
You know, except for like they didn't show the villain, but
like the
other
one of the villains.
Yeah. But you basically know what person and why this person, like it gave a lot away.
It gave a lot away. I agree with that. So
Okay.
To end our non-spoiler segment, would you recommend it in theaters?
I would say wait. I would say wait for it to come out.
Yeah.
To be honest, like, and also another dead giveaway is that usually at the end of every great Marvel movie, at the complete end, if it is truly amazing and people are moved by it, everyone claps. It was stone silent. It was stone silent.
And it was a pretty full theater too.
It was stone silent at the end. So I would say save your money. Yeah. Austin clapped and I was like, please stop, because no one else is clapping. I would say save your money, wait for it to come out on Disney Plus, and then make your own judgments. I would not spend the money on going to see this in the theaters.
So that's my follow-up question. Would you go watch it again in theaters? My answer is yes.
No.
Ray's answer.
Grandma Linda, if you're watching this, go away. She's probably not watching, but he's gonna actually probably take his mom to go see it.
I'll probably go watch it with my mom. She loves Marvel.
She loves Sebastian,
I love Marvel.
Whatever his name is.
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah. Ooh, all my bones just cracked.
I heard that. That was like
bones.
3.
That was like both my elbows. I would not.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So we're pretty split. So that's gonna make this a pretty interesting conversation.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
All right. This is gonna be our official spoiler warning of the section of the show, of the episode. So if you don't want any spoilers, fast forward to this timestamp, which I will absolutely put on the video.
You probably won't remember, but it's fine.
So, spoiler warning. This is our spoiler review of the show. Oh wait, of the episode of the movie.
Of the episode of the movie.
This
is our spoiler of the movie.
Captain America: Brave New World. All right. How do you have a favorite moment or a favorite scene or a favorite fight?
Favorite moment, favorite scene.
Or is it just so unmemorable?
I don't have one for this one.
No?
I don't think so. I sadly don't think so. Okay, no, wait. I do, actually. Favorite scene, favorite part of the movie was when Bucky and Sam are in the hospital talking. And he's like, you wrote that? So-and-so write that speech? Yeah. That was like my favorite part. Like that little banter scene was
the Bucky cameo?
Yeah. Well, no, that just scene of them, like he said like the speech and it was like, that was like a heartfelt speech, but it wasn't coming from Sam. It was coming from Bucky. And that's fine. I love Bucky. He's great. But after the speech was done, he was like, you write that yourself? Like that whole little banter part of him. I do hate that he was only in there for that brief moment.
Yeah, I did write that. I like that they carried the same chemistry
from
the show. It was very good. Yeah, I agree with that. What? Honestly, my favorite moment was that whole fight around the celestial body.
Austin's favorite part of that was when Sam jumped on the bomb and rode it like a surfboard.
I literally
put it
wrote
into the water.
I literally wrote Captain America surfing on a missile.
Yeah.
It was sweet. It was super, dude. It was like some Legolas, Lord of the Rings, like some. That was sick, dude. That was sick. Okay, how do you feel about Torres being the Falcon wingman? I thought it was tight.
Honestly, I was like when they first came out, I put like a little comments like that were going on in my head. So when he was like, oh yeah, something, when he came out in his old
the old gear,
I was like, I literally wrote, let me guess, his name is gonna be like Eagle Eye or something, which I thought would have been like a sick
but
name.
But he's the Falcon though.
But now that's what I'm saying. It's like
the Falcon is Captain America's wingman. That's the whole point.
It's like we're just passing down.
Yeah, you're moving up
torches.
And going back. Like
I hate it.
Why? It's what?
I hate it.
I can't believe you're speaking right now.
I hate it. I hate it, guys. I'm sorry.
I literally wrote, I enjoyed the wingman, Falcon Torres. I thought it was great. And they fleshed him out in the show. I say that I do agree that like it's been too long. Like we should have had another, like this movie should have come out like 5 years ago or whatever it was, you know? I agree with that, but how do you feel about the trailers? Do you think it revealed too much?
I think it revealed too much as far as like Red Hulk and like probably some of like the fighting scenes. Like that Ross is the Red Hulk. It didn't give away the villain, like the other villain, which was cool. And the villain's name, because we didn't know what his name was. His name is the Leader.
The Leader.
That is his name.
Okay.
I Googled it.
No way.
I did my homework.
You did some research?
But yeah, his name is the Leader.
Oh, the Leader. Okay.
Yeah, and he has like telekinesis and like in the comics, all these other abilities that are not displayed in the movie.
Oh, because I think I know something about him is like, because of in the Incredible Hulk where he gets like his like cut on his head, and the gamma blood goes into his brain. It gives him like a different power than like the Hulk does.
Telekinesis, superhuman. That's all it really says.
He has like superhuman intelligence.
Superhuman intelligence, yeah. But his name is the Leader. The
Leader. So he's like, he said I'm the hero, but he's the leader. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about what? Do you believe that it was a Incredible Hulk sequel or a Captain America sequel?
That's hard to debate. This is what I believe what it was. Are you guys ready for this? This is going to be mind-blowing, right? It is a way for Marvel to have a clean slate from the movies that they messed up towards the end of like the last 3 years ago, like Thor: Love and Thunder, all of that. I feel like it's a clean slate for Marvel.
A restart?
Yeah, that's what I feel like. For the fact of President Ross saying we need to restart the Avengers. Then you have, what's her name? The detective or the head security lady.
She's called Sombra, I believe.
Sombra, you have her coming in as being ex-Black Widow. And another Natasha Romanoff.
Oh, did you say she was ex-Black Widow?
Yeah, you have Sam being Captain America. You have Torres being Falcon. You kind of have the lead up of like the start of a new team.
Okay.
You have Harrison Ford or Ross being Red Hulk. There's a way to talk to him, get him to calm down to become like the Hulk.
But he gets imprisoned. But
he is the Hulk essentially. It's basically a new way to introduce a new set of Avengers. Without having to bring in the old Avengers, because what we've learned is that a lot of them don't want to do any more Avenger movies, but we also don't know because Secret Wars is coming out, right?
It's first is going to be Doomsday,
and then Thunderbolts.
Well, no, so if we're going there, it's going to be the new Fantastic Four movie, Thunderbolts, and then Secret Wars, and then Avengers Doomsday, and then Avengers Secret Wars.
Yeah. So that is my thought on it, is that Marvel is just like, how can we introduce the Avengers back without having all of the old Avengers? Because Iron Man's gone, but you have Ironheart coming in. you have all these new Avengers, right? And there is a comic, the New Avengers,
There is
right?
comics, New Avengers, and
You have the
Young
new,
Avengers.
You have the new set of Guardians now.
There's
That
the new
was
Guardians.
a way to introduce the new continuation of Marvel that's about to come forefront.
But also, is that like something that's like wrong? Is that like bad that they did that? Because I think that's a good move. I think it's a good move.
I think it's an okay move. I don't think this being the movie to introduce that was the right move.
Okay.
I also think that they're gonna kind of get confused or lost in what they've done before, and like we just need to put movies out.
Mm-hmm.
That they're gonna get lost without the depth of the old movies, the heartfelt, the action.
It's not going to be as like heartfelt. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I firmly believe.
I can see that. Do you believe? So one of the things I wrote was, it's going to perfectly justify the X-Men existing because it brought in adamantium into the MCU now.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that part.
I also feel like this movie was kind of a way to fit more irrelevant movies in. Like, I get the Celestials had the adamantium. I get that. But it was a way for you to tie the Eternals in perfectly. It's a way for you to bring back in the Incredible Hulk.
It's not even a way to tie in the Eternals. It's a way to make the Eternals movie justified. Because for a while there, people were saying online, like, what's about this guy sticking his hand and his face through the center of the earth? Like,
yeah, but
and then now this movie makes it full circle.
It doesn't make it full circle though.
It?
No, it doesn't, because when you leave off on the Eternals, the people are gone. They leave. They get beamed up into whatever. That's where the Eternals left off in. So you bringing back the Eternals with just the Celestial coming up out of the ground doesn't tie that movie in.
Yes, it does.
So where did the people go, Austin?
Those are the Eternals. They get brought back to Erisham, and they get like their minds wiped or whatever, because that was the whole thing about Erisham. He wipes their minds.
He's not understanding what I'm saying.
No, I am. They get brought back, but also that movie also introduces
yelling into a microphone.
That movie also introduces a character named Dane Whitman, who is the Black Knight, who's a villain of the Avengers. Of the New Avengers, of whoever Avengers, of some kind of Avengers. And it brings it all... Dude, I'm telling you... Okay. The thing about the MCU is that it's going to outlive us.
And that's fine. But we have these videos.
And that's what I'm excited for.
They're going to be here for people to watch when we're gone.
Yes. So, don't stop watching, guys.
You have like something right there. Some duct tape.
Was there?
Yeah. All I'm saying is that I do hate... when Marvel ends these movies and they don't, like, the next movie that comes out introduces a part of that movie but doesn't pick up like where that movie left off, essentially. Like if Ross would have said, oh, 4 years ago we had Celestials on the Earth, right? And they were human. Listen,
they're not Celestials, they're Eternals.
Well, they're Eternals. 4 years ago we had Eternals on the Earth, and they were a part of like the celestial being type of thing. Okay. And this is the incursion that was caused by them, and it resurfaced. And while them resurfacing, anemone, like, you get what I'm saying? Like the dialogue of the line of the lead up, just like, oh, there's a celestial in the thing. There's anemonium. We need to go get it. Adamantium. We need to go get it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. It's like it tied the Eternals in, but it didn't tie it in enough for people who don't want to watch the Eternals or haven't seen it. It didn't give like any more depth and context as to like why were they there in the first place.
That was one of my questions was, can you enjoy this movie without watching the other movies or shows?
I mean, I guess, but I didn't enjoy it from the get-go, so...
But can someone who's not like an MCU complete everything, watched like all of it, can you go to watch this movie and enjoy it as a film? Or do you have to like know previous things? Or do you think
you might have to know previous
things? Do you think it
things.
Explained enough?
I think you would have to know previous things.
Or do you think like if you know some MCU stuff and then you watch it, what celestial mass?
Well,
What is that?
You would want to know like where the villain came from. How'd he get that way? I mean, he does explain how he got that way, but
The leader?
Yeah, the leader.
Yeah.
You would want to know who Ross is. You would want to know what is ex Black Widow. You would want to know what a Celestial is. Like, so I do think that there were things in this.
Celestials were explained in the first Guardians.
You said, if a person, can you enjoy this as a film, as a person who
without like the homework for this film, like without the Eternals, without
and
the
that's
Incredible.
the answer I'm giving you. Is I don't think you could. Are you or are you not listening to what I'm saying? But if
you watch like some other stuff, you would like know most of what's going on. I feel like this movie does well enough to explain like.
They put like 4 movies into one film. I'm sorry.
I don't disagree with
They put like 4 movies in one film. So that's why I'm saying no.
It was like a Hulk movie.
You can watch Captain America and you can watch Falcon and Winter Soldier and you can know that information. And then you watch the movie, you're like, who the hell are the rest of these people? Oh, now I need to watch this and now I need to watch that. And I need to watch a little bit of this. So no, I don't think you could. I think, if you watch one film, you might know who some of the people are. But I think you would get lost in what's going on. It was 4 films in one. I'm sorry.
But that's also what the MCU is. The MCU is like a totality of the information.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You watch Guardians 1, 2, 3, and 4.
There's no 4 Guardians.
I'm sorry, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. You watch 1, 2, and 3, and they tie. They tie. Because Rocket for example, Rocket in Guardians 1, he talked about his back history. He didn't know what he was. In Guardians 2, he still was confused about who he was. And in Guardians 3, he figures out who he is. Same for Drax. Same for Peter.
Okay, do the same analogy for the 3 Captain America films. For the 3 Iron Man films.
Okay.
For the 4 Thor films.
But you can though. But you can because there's all key components within those 3 movies. There's all 3 of the same characters in every single one of those films. The main characters are usually always the same.
Okay.
Like, or a name is introduced in movie 2, and then the 3rd one comes out, and you're like, oh, we heard about that guy in Iron Man 2.
Yeah, but that's exactly what you're saying about these other films, dude. Like, oh, we heard about this guy from the first Incredible Hulk movie. We know about this thing from the Eternals movie. Like, that's you just entered your own argument, dude.
No.
Yes.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Do you guys hear this? He's crazy. No.
Yes, you did.
You can Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. Those are all a combination of, that is a stacked movie tier. If you watch Iron Man 2, you're probably gonna watch Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3. You're gonna watch Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna watch Guardians 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna watch Captain America, Avengers, Captain America, Civil War, Winter Soldier, whatever. But are you gonna watch The Incredible Hulk? Are you gonna watch Eternals? Are you gonna watch Falcon and Winter Soldier? Are you gonna watch all these different branches that are not like of a trilogy, I guess, and put them in one film? No.
End credit scenes bring all of it together.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, because in the end credit scene of The Incredible Hulk, he's like, oh, Tony Stark is talking to the general guy, Thaddeus Ross. We're making a team together. It's all connected, no matter how you want to spin it. I guarantee it. I swear.
Then tie in where at what end of what movie tied in Eternals for Eternals to happen.
The Eternals was tied in with the whole thing coming out of the dang Earth Center.
I'm not talking about this movie. I'm talking about the movies before.
Okay. But the beginning of the Eternals movie gave you like the little blurb about like how it ties in to like the greater scope of the universe. That they're like have existed for thousands of years as like these demigod people. You know what?
I'm just waiting for him to prove his point.
No, you are incapable of being proven because you're like, whatever, dude. You know what?
I love you so much. This is great. This is so good.
This might be our best episode yet, guys, because I'm telling you, okay, like, bro, Eternals, I think is great. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. It should have been like a show. But I think it's good. I watched it right now as we're filming this episode. I thought it was great. I like that movie a lot. I thought it's good. I love Kit Harington.
Anyways.
He's awesome.
We're going to dial it back because we got off topic once again because he really grinded my gears. Go ahead with your question. Oh, you done with your questions? Is Sam Wilson Captain America? No, he's not. He's Captain Falcon. He's Captain Falcon.
No.
He's Captain Falcon, and his friend is Eagle Eye. And that's all I'm saying. That's what they should have been named. Captain Falcon and Eagle Eye. That would have been sick. Because they're both in the Air Force, and they're both birds. Captain Falcon and damn Eagle Eye.
They're both birds.
And they're both birds.
How do you think it will tie into the multiverse saga?
Who knows at this point?
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying, like, who knows?
But that's the multiverse saga in a nutshell.
Yelling? Why are you yelling? I'm just saying because at the end of Multiverse of Madness,
okay,
Doctor Strange has his third eye because he had the Darkhold,
and he goes to see.
And then you see what's her name?
Clea.
I don't know her name, and that introduces Secret Wars.
That introduces like I think Battle World.
Battle World? Okay, because at first I thought in the beginning I think you said Secret Wars like when we first seen it.
So, but the thing about Secret Wars is that it takes place on this fictional universe, this fictional world called Battle World, which is like a culmination of like
or
all these places from other universes.
Or are they going to try because we're going to jump like just a little bit ahead right now, just for a second. Or are they going to try to tie in the end of Brave New World to the multiverse? Are they, because he was like, are you like, wait till you meet the others?
Yes.
So.
That part.
Because now you have Robbie Downey Jr., he's not Iron Man, he's Doctor Doom.
Okay.
So. This is going to be like, I feel like for people who are just coming into the MUC or just now watching a lot of these Marvel MCU.
MUC.
I'm sorry, blame it on the Amsterdam. That's fine. They are going to be a little bit cross confused. But like I said, I feel like this movie is trying to give that like a clean slate a little bit, I guess.
But like the whole point of it is that it's like after Endgame, it became multiverse saga. So like essentially the multiverse saga gives them like leash to like do almost whatever they want because it's the multiverse, you know? So like they can bring in all these characters, they can make all these storylines, they can do all of this stuff. The Secret Wars storyline in the comics is like crazy. There's like thousands of villains, thousands of heroes, all of this crazy stuff going on. Doctor Doom is super crazy involved. Captain America, X-Men, Doctor Strange, all these people are like in that storyline. So from what I've heard on the interweb
Wait
sphere.
till you watch this back your hands. Looking like an octopus.
I'm done.
Also, Austin is a little sick, so if he's a little delulu, it's because he doesn't feel 100%.
I apologize. I'm feeling a little bit sick on this episode, but the thing I'm sick about is my wife's opinions.
Okay, well, let's dial it back.
All right, let's bring it back. Sorry.
Let's go back.
Let's bring it back.
Back to the beginning.
Okay. As a film, Brave New World, if you knew nothing about the multiverse, nothing about the MCU verse, is it a garbage film?
I don't think it's 100% garbage. I think that it lacked dimension.
Sure.
I think it lacked dimension. And okay. I'm just going to like spin off on like a couple of my thoughts, like how I was watching it, like out of my notes.
Okay.
And then we can, like, if you want to talk about it for a second, we totally can. Sure. Or if anyone kind of had the same thoughts that I have, then I get that. So the first question I want to ask you is that in the beginning, does Sam have, like, does his suit give him, like, super strength? It does, right? Like, or is it his wings? Because that's how it was portrayed in Falcon Winter Soldier, that his wings kind of help him to, like, be strong. Or does his suit give him strength, too?
So what I think was established in this movie was that he had Wakanda Vibranium enhancements. Okay. Because in the very beginning, he's like getting shot and his suits are glowing purple. Yeah. Like the Black Panther suit.
Well, it was just his wings.
Well, like the wings, but it's like, I think it's like his entire armor?
Well, that is a question I have.
You know,
is that
and then he
is
like
his
stabs the thing and it like makes the explosion.
Because here's the reason why. I don't know if it's just like if his suit is just a suit, cool. Like to protect him, if the back piece is what gives the vibranium to the wings. Like, did they incorporate, like, put a thing here?
Oh.
And because, so in the beginning of the film, Sam goes to fight, or he sees that there's hostages in a building, and he goes to save them, right? And there's like 3 bad guys. I don't know this other bad guy's name. Do you remember his name?
Sidewinder.
Says, oh, you're gonna have, like, you have bigger problems or something, and the super big guy comes out or whatever. But before that, when he's like in the hallway fighting the other guys, he picks up a cinder block like it's nothing. Did you notice that? He just picks up a cinder block and starts beating the guy.
Yeah, but like those blocks aren't inherently that heavy.
For you to be, I used to work at Home Depot. Cinder blocks are not super light though. So for you to be flailing it against someone's head like it's a piece of paper, that's why I'm asking, does his suit also give him like super strength? Because I thought that was weird. That's why I was like, maybe in the beginning I thought, I was like, okay, maybe he did take the super serum, because he just picked up that block like it was like a cup. He's like picked it up and like was hitting the guy.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Sure. I think that the cinder block, I think his entire suit is made of adamantium because his like helmet materializes out of like the nanotech thing, you know?
See, that's like another thing, dude. I would have loved to like see all those small details of like his suit being made, the Wakandans making his suit, like
that montage.
Yeah, like I would have loved to see like that whole transition, you know, of when did Sam go? Like, what was the little small conversations that was had? Did he have them with Shuri? You know,
Shuri, yeah.
That's, you say her name Shuri, like that's how you say it. Anyways.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Anyways, put some flavor on it, baby.
All right, babe.
Like, did she make his suit? Like, those are just like the little intricate things that would have been cool. Yeah. And that was like a missed opportunity for that. Yeah. And that was a way to tie Black Panther back in, so that when they did come out with the son being King T'Challa, it was there.
And even like Ironheart too.
Yeah, and Ironheart. Like that would have been a sick way to pull those little branches in without you being like completely lost as well, or going to go see another film and being like, why are they here? Marvel, hire me. We can talk about
Kevin Feige. I told you this before in an episode. Get my wife involved.
We can talk about some things. The other thing I do want to say about this movie that I noticed, they really played up this kickflip shield with Sam. Kickflip shield. Like every scene was kickflip shield. I literally wrote that down. Kickflip shield. That was like his move. He would like toss it, and then he would like do a flip, and then he would like kick a guy and then catch the shield. Or like do a kick and then take the shield and then throw it and then flip and then catch the shield back. Like this kickflip shield thing.
Kickflip shield
was like a lot. Yeah. That was like his signature move. And it's funny because when you are watching Falcon and Winter Soldier, and when he's training himself, he's kickflip shielding in his training. Yes. That's like his one signature
like
move.
Those like 360 flips and all that.
I would just honestly, if I was a bad guy, I'd be like, dude, this dude only does kickflip shield. Okay. Just take the shield. How many kicks and flips can you do and not have your shield? Kickflip shield. It's like a combo. You know what I'm saying?
Kickflip shield.
Kickflip, dude. If you guys watch this movie, please count how many times he did kickflip shield. Please. Or how many times they say Captain America. Those are the 2 drinking games for you guys. Kickflip shield. Every time you see that, drink. Every time they call him Cap or Captain America, take a drink.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say a thing. I thought the cinematography and the camera work on like the aerial like flight scenes was pretty sick. How do you feel about that?
I thought it was okay. Honestly, when they were doing
like the fight at like the celestial mass.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me. When people were in the jets, it reminded me of a video game, and I can't remember the name of it. I don't think it was Air Force.
Was it Top Gun?
Was it Top Gun?
That we played on.
There's like another video game though that has like jets and they fly around. I don't know if it was Top Gun.
I played a few like Star Wars games like that.
I know. I think I played it when I was younger, and it reminded me of this one video game, and I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it right now, but it reminded me of a video game.
I think I know, but I don't know. Yeah.
But do you see the visual of it?
I can visualize it.
Yeah. It reminded me of a video game. That's all I kept thinking is like, I feel like I'm playing a video game or I'm in a video game right now.
Okay.
That was my thought process. The other thing I will say is that I don't think the makeup for the leader, I feel like could have been done so much better.
But it's like, it was decently comic accurate though.
It is decently comic accurate, but I feel like that's something that Sophia could have done.
With his like brain thing.
I feel like the brain, like, and I watch Face Off. If you guys know that show, the sci-fi channel where they do like all the horror makeups and stuff like that. I feel like it could have been painted in a way that looked a little realistic, like, but also like a little like, if they would like put like a little bit of pink in there, so like a little bit of real brain, and a little bit of like green brain, like the transformation of his brain, like becoming this person, would have been cool. But I feel like he was all one note. For me, he kind of reminded me of the Toad.
From X-Men?
Of Toad, yeah. The color palette, just green.
Very green.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like he had moss on his head or something. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Okay.
Makeup could have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you think you have all of your thoughts out? Do you have any final thoughts?
I have more.
All right. Well, here's final thoughts.
Final thoughts about this movie is that why in these Marvel movies they always have to destroy like one or two national monuments?
The White House. And
the White House and then the what's it called? Lincoln Tower? Is that Lincoln Tower? No. What is that?
Washington Monument.
Washington Monument. The same one that... So yeah, Spider-Man was on too. Why do you guys always got to destroy national monuments, man? Gosh.
And like that building in like Winter Soldier and all that stuff.
Yeah, like you guys just like destroying good stuff. I don't understand. Like they wrecked the White House. Like granted, it was a fake one, but
sure,
they wrecked that thing.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I want to say the ending, when you talk about the ending for a second.
Okay, go ahead. Where he goes to see him in the prison?
No, like the ending, like the
end of the fight?
Yeah.
Oh, where does like the lullaby?
So lame. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, because,
okay, go ahead.
First of all, like, he immediately turns Red Hulk, like, pretty, like, quickly.
No, he was becoming Red Hulk over the course of the entire movie.
No, I know, I get that, but I'm saying, like, in that moment.
Okay.
Like, in that moment, he became Red Hulk. Okay, now he's angry. Sure. Now he wants to beat up everybody, of course, because Austin's messing up our set. Now he wants to beat up everybody, which is cool. Okay, I get it, because that's how Hulk was at first, too. Like, it's like, I'm angry. You know, I'm upset. I'm stressed. And then... I'm gonna call him Falcon. I'm not calling him Captain America. I'm sorry. Fight me. I don't care. Falcon was like, I'll say Sam. Is that better? Sam was like, oh, I'm gonna take him out. Follow me this way. They get to like the cherry blossoms. He's like, do you see where you're at? And like, he's still angry. And then like at the end, like Sam uses his one shield, his one wing to like blow him away, Red Hulk away.
Sure. And
then he's like, I think you're trying to change. And then he catches a cherry blossom, which where you were already at when you got there.
Who, Hulk? Red Hulk?
Yes. And it took like a 2-second speech to be like, you see where you're at?
To realize
something Betty, but you already mentioned Betty in the beginning when you first got there and that didn't work, and now you mentioned Betty again and now it works. Or is it a thing where it's like you kind of like knock a little bit of the sense? Well, no, I can't even say you knock a little bit of sense out of the Hulk and then you do the lullaby and then it works. Can't even say that because Natasha has no problem calming the Hulk down. After a certain point.
Yes.
Without him being knocked out prior.
I don't disagree with you, but in the comics, Bruce Banner's Hulk increases his strength as he gets more angry. Mm-hmm. But the Red Hulk is different. That
he had fire. He like lit that car on fire with his fist.
Well, no, he punched like the gas tank. Oh. But no, that's because his thing is he increases his like heat.
Oh, okay.
He emits more heat. So the Red Hulk emits more heat. So he can like... So there's this whole thing in the comics that he like melts things around him and stuff like that, mm-hmm. and like he creates this like crazy body heat. Mm-hmm. But the Green Hulk, Bruce Banner's Hulk, the more he gets fighting, the more he fights, the more angry he gets. But it's not exactly the same for the Red Hulk, where he increases his body heat. But so I think maybe that's where they were going, where it's like he's not increasingly angry, but he still has some kind of like subconscious, you know? But
I think it would have been super sick if they tied in the Incredible Hulk or the Hulk and brought Betty out to calm her dad down.
to do the lullaby?
I thought that would have been a great way to tie in the old Hulk films to this one.
Instead of seeing her at the...
Yeah, that would have brought it back full circle from when she tried to go calm the Hulk down in the field. And he's seen her and he started to calm down. Yeah, and then someone threw something at him and he got angry again.
Yes.
So I thought that would have been spectacular if they did. Yeah. Of him being like, Betty... And then she's like, Dad, I came to walk the cherry blossoms with you. That would have been sick. That would have been
Feige.
So good. Not having it be Sam because he already feels kind of iffy about Sam. You know, like, first, get out of here. I don't want you here. Then it's, no, I want you on the team.
But I don't think he ever... Like, I don't think Ross ever felt that way about Sam. I just think he was, like,
would have brought...
being influenced.
But bringing Betty into a scene of where...
That's not a bad idea.
But look, bringing Betty into a scene of it's like, your daughter has had this same standoff with the love of her life. And you took the love of her life away from her. And now you're that same being that he was.
Sure. Oh, you know? The Hulk? Yeah.
Like, and then him feeling that sort of thing of, like, being ashamed. And, like, how Hulk, like, Banner is ashamed. He kind of, like, turns away when he's ashamed, having that same, like, sentient moment of, like,
she was
I'm
in
a
love
monster.
with Hulk and stuff?
Yeah, of him being, like, turned away, like, don't look at me kind of thing.
Okay.
But her going up to being like, Dad, like, it's okay. Like, I'm here. Would have been so good. That probably would have changed the movie around for me.
You think so?
I think so.
If she came out in the action sequence?
I think so, not at the end. And not being like, oh, we won't get to take this walk. But instead of, like, having her take that walk, or, like, even having her, like, grab her dad's hand, or, like, you know, him having the big hand and her putting her hand in his. Oh,
the lullaby thing?
And then him kind of shrinking.
Yeah.
And they, like, walk away into, like, the cherry blossoms being blown away together.
Sure.
And then he's like,
and
I have to go.
To prison?
And then him being like, I have to go.
Yeah. Like, realizing that?
Yeah. And then her being like, I'm sure we'll talk about this later. And then seeing her in jail.
And then going to the prison.
Yes. Like, you have another visitor.
Kevin Feige!
That would have been so good.
Get my wife on board with your writing team, my guy. I'm telling you.
So good. So good.
That's actually that's really good.
Yeah. That would have been awesome.
Great.
I think there were definitely, like I said, missed opportunities to fit certain components into this movie.
Like, put the same components in, like, a different context. Yeah, I agree. Sure.
I do think it also, like, would have been sick instead of having Sebastian come in and just give Sam a speech for him to show up and be a part of the fight. Like, yeah, he's a congressman and I get that, but I feel like congressmen are in fights every day.
But then how is that going to play into Thunderbolts?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. I mean, I guess Ross being the president, Sam being captain, there's a way to, like, make everything fit in these movies, obviously, and everything work out.
Yeah.
You can't put Sam in a movie and not have him fight. Especially because he fought with Captain America, so many times, regardless of what the cost was.
Sure. But also, the movie's called Thunderbolts, and he's called Thunderbolt Ross. That is Thunderbolt Ross.
Okay, I know that.
So I think the whole Thunderbolts thing is going to play off of this movie.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, it would have been sick to see Winter Soldier fight in this actual film, not just a show, but in this film with Sam, Captain America.
Because they're, like, buddies?
Because they're buddies. And he's always saying, I'm as much part of the fight, I'm as much as part of the fight as anyone else is. So... Why not be a part of this fight? Why not be a part of this fight?
It might justify it in Thunderbolts.
I'm just saying.
Which makes it all connected.
Dude, someone hire me. I'm great. I have a lot of awesome ideas.
She actually had a lot of great thoughts. I will say that for sure.
I think that's, like, the only things that really peeved me about this movie. And I think just looking at it as a whole, it didn't move me in any kind of way. And if it moved someone else and if they liked it, then happy for that. But for me personally, and I've watched it twice now.
Yeah. We watched it twice in a weekend, guys. We watched it twice. So, yeah. I liked it more the second time.
Honestly, for me, it was.
Do you feel the same?
No, it was the same.
Was it?
Like, I'm getting ready, and I don't feel like any part, like, drew me to, like, stop doing my makeup, I guess, or to, like, pay attention. Like I said, I do think his wings are cool. I think it's cool that they are vibranium. Everything is, like, vibranium to these people at this point.
Sure.
I do think that, what's his name? Isaiah Bradley was great in this movie. I loved the part when they were in the limo. He said, you got your smell good on. You got your houndstooth on. So I thought like those little things were really good. I would have also loved to see him be more recognized as a super soldier. Not just, I'm going to say this and it might trigger some people, but more than just like a black man who is turning out to be the bad man, again, portrayed as being the bad man and being put in jail as a black man. You know, that kind of sucked.
Sure.
I would have loved for him to get his official story of I was wrongfully shamed and I want to be a good person and be in this fight and let me help fight instead of being triggered into being attacked and being thrown back in jail and not showing his full potential as a super soldier.
Oh, yeah.
So sure. I would have loved that.
Okay.
I'm only speaking for myself being African American. I can't speak for the whole African American community, obviously, but I feel like it's very stereotypical, you know.
That he's in jail and
like
stuff
you're a black man, you've done something wrong.
Sure.
We're throwing you in jail.
Yeah.
You know.
But I like to believe that this movie was bringing light to that stuff, though.
Yeah.
Like,
no, and they talked a lot about it in Falcon and Winter Soldier, so that was great. You know, colorism and all of that stuff. But I would have loved for his character to be seen, I guess. Not just like, oh, I was a super soldier.
Not just like, oh, I'm going to train you now for 10 seconds.
Yeah. I would have loved to see him put up the fight as much as anyone else.
And then immediately being like used as like a pawn.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. But overall, I enjoyed it. My wife has different thoughts.
Yeah, I do have different thoughts. I would have changed a lot of things about this movie.
Okay.
A lot of things.
All right. Is that your final thoughts? Do you have anything else you need to add?
Let me scroll through my notes and just see if there's any other like little. No, I think. Oh, one other thing. Okay, that's one other thing. So this whole time while the leader is talking to Ross inside of the boat, I think it was. Yeah. Why didn't he just take the headset off?
Who, Ross?
Yeah. It was a headset.
Because he's probably influenced by those pills. But it's probably influenced to like hear the thoughts or whatever. Like,
Austin made a very valid point, and I 100% agree with him that the leader in this movie is very similar to Screenslaver in The Incredibles.
I said this in the theaters.
Very similar.
He's the Screenslaver from Incredibles 2.
He is. And I wouldn't be surprised as if they came out with like a live action Incredibles, which I don't know how they would do, but they probably could.
That'd be sick.
Is that they put him and tie him in as a screen because the voice is identical, the plot, the phones, the
President Ross,
yeah, all of it is
the flashing lights,
dude. So
it was
Austin pointed that out. It was Screenslaver, man. It was Screenslaver. I
totally forgot about that. Yeah, bro, it was Screenslaver.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Oh, you're so welcome. Yeah. I think that's all the notes I have.
Okay.
I thought, those are my thoughts.
So, I have a question of the day planned. Do you have one?
I do not have a question of the day planned.
So, my question of the day is, if you could fly, how would you want to fly? Would you want to be able to fly under your own power, like Superman or Vision, Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel? Would you want to be able to fly with a suit, like Iron Man or War Machine, or the Wasp suit? Or would you want to be able to fly with some kind of weapon adjustment, like Thor, or some kind of accessory, like the Doctor Strange cloak, or Star-Lord's rocket boots, or something like that?
I would just want to fly solo. They're like me, myself,
just
being
fly
able to
as your power?
Yeah.
I love the Doctor Strange cloak. I think it's a sick way to fly.
His cape.
Because it also,
It's
the
his
cloak itself has like a power.
Cape.
It's a. Let's not go back to the cloak versus cape argument, please. That was like
Sorry.
9 episodes ago.
It's a cape. I'm sorry.
All
Go
right.
ahead. But it is called the cloak
Of levitation.
Yeah, but
Yes.
a cape is a cloak.
So
and we've
technically,
done this.
it only levitates him, not flies him. So technically, sure, whatever. But I like it because it has its own sentience. It has a sentient,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, but
That's why
that
I
means
like it.
like if it gets hurt, it's hurt. Like when it had the hole burnt in it,
and it couldn't fly.
it looked sad. It like put its like little collar down.
Oh,
Yeah, that's sad. Why would you want that?
because it's like 2 bodies in one.
I would want to like personally just fly myself because it's like I don't have to charge anything. Nothing needs to be battery operated for me to go.
Sure.
I don't need to wait for something to come to
Oh.
me like my cloak or my boots or,
Like
or
the
if I
energy
run
of
out
the
of fuel or anything like that.
Fuel.
It's like if I just need to go, I need to go. You know what I mean? Or I guess you can also riddle in the question of, or would you want to like be like the Hulk and be able just to like jump at vast longevity to
The
where you
Hulk-
almost fly?
In the comics, the Hulk can jump like 3 miles.
Yeah.
Like he could like run and like jump.
Because he
and, like,
jumped twice in this movie and it was pretty long.
the Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that, and that's another question. Is his name the Red Hulk or what
Yes.
is his justifiable name?
In the comics, he's called Red Hulk.
Okay, so we have Hulk, Red Hulk, and Abomination.
And Abomination, yes.
I guess I will actually, that's my question today. Which one is you guys' favorite Hulk?
Bruce Banner Hulk, Red Hulk, or Abomination?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
There
I
you
think
go.
I'm going to go.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Abomination. Boo! That's why we're married, dog.
I think I would. I do love the Hulk, but I think I
Abomination.
would go Abomination. Abomination's sick.
He's sick.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped right now.
He just got his rocks off, guys. All right. Anything else for this?
We've been talking for like 7 hours.
Because we can talk. I can talk about this shit all day. I can do this all day.
I can do this all day.
I know.
Do you have
I
any
know.
more thoughts?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I love that.
I know. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's just the only thing that's gonna harp on me. Is like I'm missing the charismaticness, the like
Of Steve
of
Rogers.
Steve Rogers. I don't get that from.
Do you think that this is like a low entry in the multiverse saga? I think it's like not a low entry.
I think it's
like a good entry.
I think it's a way to quick start fast and end rapidly. And if you
Quick start other stories.
I think it's a quick way to be like, okay, well, now we know at this point if Sam dies, sadly, Falcon is his partner. Falcon is runner-up for Captain America.
Okay.
And then he's going to get a new Falcon. And then
But,
it's like, but I think it's a way to cancel out actors quickly because they're not superhuman or anything like that. They're just regular people. So if Sam gets shot in the next movie and he dies, he's done. Then you have Torres to potentially hold the podium to Captain America. You know,
Okay.
and then you have Bucky trying to mentor
Or Bucky.
him. Bucky is his own character.
Bucky could also come in as Captain America. If anything, like if that's where you're going.
But I feel like this. I feel like Bucky is his own character within himself, and that's maybe like another thing too that I get so frazzled about is that like you have these people who are characters within themselves,
Okay.
I guess,
Okay.
and then you take that person out of their character and place them as someone else, and you're expecting what you've seen before, and it doesn't live up to that. You know,
Okay.
as to where like I mean like yeah, like I thought Bucky would have been a great at Captain America because he's had the struggles, he's had the ups, he's had the downs, he's fought the good fights, you know.
Sure.
He's army, he's he's loved, he's lost, all of those. He's lived for decades,
Been brainwashed.
been brainwashed, yeah. But when I think like yeah, when I look at these characters and I think of them in their names, Bucky is a person I don't see him being replaced because they haven't replaced him this far. They've replaced a lot of all the other people.
Okay. But they're gonna replace Iron Man with Ironheart.
That's what I'm saying
Like,
though. But that's what I'm saying though.
Okay.
Bucky is I feel like one of the seminal characters
One of the
who has
standpoints.
always been the Winter Soldier.
But he only ever is the Winter Soldier. Like, there's been multiple Captain Americas. There's multiple Iron Mans. There's all these multiple people. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of this argument. Like, Winter Soldier is like
he's not. No, I know, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Captain America goes across multiple people. There's multiple Captain Americas.
You can't say Winter Soldier is him because they could have easily taken any of the other super soldiers and made them like. That's what I'm saying though.
But
that's
the
what
Winter
I'm getting
Soldier was like this like persona. Captain America is like this like idea. It's like an idea of like a symbol of like peace and justice or whatever. That's Captain America. And that's why Sam carried the mantle of Captain America.
I don't like it. And that's why even Ross said to him, You're not Captain America.
No, he said, no. He said, you're not Steve Rogers. He said, you're not Steve Rogers.
Because Steve Rogers is Captain America. And that's why he said it. Because he wouldn't have said, you're not Steve Rogers if he wasn't implying that you didn't have the heart of Captain America. You want to go at me, bro? Let's go.
No.
Let's go. Because Steve Rogers embodied the picture perfect person of America. Picture perfect.
Stutter more. Just stutter more.
Picture perfect.
He said that because Sam Wilson is not the same name as Steve Rogers, but Sam Wilson has...
So why would you say... That's like saying you're not Jack Rhodes.
I'm not. That's my dad, by the way. I'm not my dad. Oh my God, but it's not... I'm not my dad, but I can become the same symbol as my dad. It's a symbol
then where's
thing.
That? Why am I still working?
Okay, now we're getting absurdly personal. But guys, go watch Captain America: Brave New World in theaters.
I say don't. Let's real quick before we end this pull up
Rotten Tomatoes.
All
right.
We'll read
real quick.
We'll read 2 reviews. Okay, and I'm gonna let you guess the score. I'm gonna let you guess the
both
popcorn score and the tomato meter score.
The tomatometer is the critics.
Okay, so let's do the tomato.
All right, the tomatometer, the critics score. I'm gonna say 60%.
Okay, and then the popcorn.
And then the popcornometer, the audience score. I'm gonna say 77%.
Okay, so for the critic score, it's 51.
It's low.
For the popcorn, it's 79.
Okay.
So
the audience score is definitely higher than the critic score, which I firmly believe is the accurate part of this whole thing. The critics are going to be way more harsh on this movie. They're going to be way more harsh in this movie.
Okay.
Because of the reshoots, the rewrites, the editing, the writing, the backlash around all of the like history behind all of this stuff.
This is the critics or this is the people?
I think it's a tomatometer.
And that's the critics?
Oh, I think that means it's like a good tomato. That means it's a rotten tomato, I think.
Okay, so Michael Cook from KLRT TV said this is a horrible entry into the Marvel Universe. There's so much explanation after explanation, and just get bored with it. I dislike the movie so much I didn't bother to see the end credit scene.
Really?
An overstuffed thriller, falls short of greatness, perfectly watchable, but too focused on what comes next rather than happening right now in an eerily Iron Man 2 kind of way.
Okay, so to that, I'm going to absolutely disagree and say go watch Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron was like a rehash of like what comes next. All of that entire argument can be applied to like every single like other movie. Like Thor Ragnarok brings the next Thor. Captain America Civil War brings the next Captain. Like it could
the vast conspiracy is mostly just a collection of loose ends from other Marvel projects that doesn't add up to much. Exactly my thoughts. Exactly. While performances by Ford, Mackie, and Ramirez are solid, the film has as a whole struggles with moments of blandness and does not successfully create a distinct enough personality for the new Captain America.
Okay. All right. Well, on that note, guys, thank you for nerding out with us. My name is Austin. This is my beautiful wife, Ray. She's amazing. She has great thoughts. follow the YouTube, subscribe, follow us on TikTok. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah,
what should we talk
please.
about next on the podcast? We love you, and as always, stay nerdy.